Hey everyone, and welcome to another edition of LSD News. My name is Emily and this is Gregory Figueroa. So our first story comes to us from Orlando, Florida. It's about a young woman who got raped, I believe twice, same day, by a man who she met on SugarDaddyForMe.com.
An online dating service
for women who want to be spoiled, for women or men who want to be spoiled or pampered by a sugar daddy or sugar mama. So she went on the site looking for, I guess, basically someone to pay her bills because she was having financial troubles at the time. So she was talking to this one guy, and I guess they were planning to meet, or they did plan to meet. The day they met, the guy shows up with stockings over his head and a knife. And he grabs her, I'm assuming it's from the back because it said he held the knife to her throat. So I'm assuming he grabbed her kind of like this and like held the knife to her throat and said, "Shut up, don't say a word." And so he took her back into her car, into the back seat, where he proceeded to rape her, and then he raped her again, I think outside of the car, like against the hood or something.
And he's actually, he's been found guilty. The sentencing hasn't been set yet. But his defense was that it was consensual and he didn't do anything wrong. And he met her at an abandoned mansion. So, he set it up. As a sugar daddy, you're supposed to have some type of money. And he told her to meet up at an abandoned mansion that she didn't know was abandoned. And when she got there, she found the guy that wasn't the guy she was talking to, because he portrayed himself as a Mr. Garcia. His real name is Marcelo Ives, or Alves, something like that.
Who had a family, had a wife, had a kids, but he lost everything because of what he did. His side of the story is, so that was her side of the story. They were supposed to meet, whatever. She said they were supposed to have sex, but not for money. She denied being a prostitute or, wanting to have sex for money.
Which I think is
stupid, because that's why she was on the site. But anyways, his side of the story is that it was all consensual, that they were gonna, meet up and have sex for $1,000, but while they were discussing the dollar amount again on the day, he couldn't, I guess, pay the $1,000. So she then threatened him with allegations of rape. So he said that's what happened, that he couldn't pay her the $1,000.
His whole defense is crappy just because they found him with the knife, they found him with the pantyhose. So basically, his defense just got shot.
Yeah.
In a slight twist, our next story, straight couples have the same rights as gay people. And what we're referring to is in London, there's this, I think it's called, it's a project called Equal Love, and basically there's a couple of couples that don't want to get married, but want to have the partnership and want to be legally recognized.
They want to have a civil union.
Yeah. But in Britain, only gay people and gay couples can have partnerships, legally enforced partnerships. What do you think about that?
Don't get married. Don't get married. If you don't want,
But they don't want
the guideline. I'm saying don't get married. So don't get married. Don't get the civil union. If you don't want everything that comes with, being married, then don't do it.
But they're not fighting for marriage.
They're fighting for civil unions because they don't want, to have the stipulations of marriage and man and woman, and this is how things are supposed to be. So then don't get married. So stay the way you are. I don't see the big deal.
The big deal is they're trying to fight for their rights. In London, they're trying to be allowed to, have that partnership and have it legally recognized. Right now, only gay people can have it legally recognized.
I know. And
that's what they're fighting for.
And if you're a man and a woman and you want to get married, then don't get married. Why would you want civil unions? Let the gay people have something. People can never have something without...
It's not about letting the gay people have anything. It's about equal rights for everybody. Not every couple wants to get married. Not every couple
so then don't get married.
But they want to have the legal rights in terms of division of property, in terms of... I can have my boyfriend or my girlfriend as part of my health insurance in terms of tax returns. You don't want to get married, but you want a partnership.
I just feel like, I don't know, deal with it. If that's what you want, then go to the courthouse.
It's not what you want. It's what's fair. The same thing with gay people here. Why do you care about marriage? From your perspective, why do you care about marriage? And you're fighting so hard about partnerships when it just doesn't matter. Just live together. Stop crying. But that's not the point. The point is there are certain laws, there's certain benefits for partnerships that straight couples are not getting in London, and that's what they want. We're a partnership, we want the same benefits.
I still don't see the big deal. Go to the courthouse. You don't have to have the big wedding with the dress and the flowers. Go to the courthouse and take care of the legal stuff so you can, share those same things. You don't have to, if you don't want to live by those guidelines, you don't have to live by those guidelines. If you want the big marriage, you don't have to have the big marriage, but you can still go down to the courthouse and legalize, your union. And you can, straight people can get married in London, right?
Married, but they don't want to get married. Their partnerships is what they want.
I'm saying
they don't want. It doesn't matter what you think in terms of partnerships. They want partnerships. They don't care about getting married. They don't care. Partnerships is the option that they want.
I know they don't care about getting married, but I'm saying they don't have to get married. Go to the courthouse, get the papers, and then you can share your insurance without having the big marriage thing. I still don't see the point of having the civil unions for straight people.
We have civil unions here for straight people.
I don't get it.
Couples that live together. Even sometimes it's automatic. If you live with someone for over 10 years or a certain amount of time in every state, in every city, it becomes an automatic civil union. All these couples want, straight couples want, is they want the same love for everybody.
I think people make things too complicated, and they just need to get over it. Go to the courthouse, file the paperwork, and you can share insurance. So our next story, how genes affect, or how genes are the reason why you cheat and why you don't cheat. There was a study done in New York on 181 young men and women to basically determine whether it's the genes that affect cheating or not cheating. The gene is called
DRD4.
DRD4. And so they took these 181 people, they tested, to see who cheated, who has cheated, who hasn't cheated, and then
the history.
Their dating history, and then
what they had with that person before having sex with them, if they had any history at all.
And then I guess they checked their genes, right?
They were looking for they were following the dopamine release, which is some type of a gland, I guess, or gene in your body where if something gratifies you or you get a reward, something releases that makes it feel good, that gives it a positive experience, the dopamine. And that's what they were looking for. They were trying to see if the dopamine matches up with the genes and the whole idea of if it syncs up. And this guy, Justin Garcia, says it does. He's a researcher who actually did this. And
so the cheaters are the ones who got the release of dopamine and enjoyed the thrill and sort of like the gambling of, cheating.
Yeah, because, there's the sexual pleasure, there's the sexual gratification, there's the reward of the act. And basically you just, you do things for the thrill seeking, the whole idea of releasing that dopamine into your body because it feels good. What do you think?
I mean, the studies don't lie, right? If it's in the genes, I guess you can't really blame. So can you blame someone for cheating, or is it like, oh, it's in my genes? So is that going to be the new excuse, or guys?
No, I mean, it's a good study. It's interesting to know, but still, you're not an animal. You can't say to a woman, or you can't say to a man, oh, hey, I'm just like an animal. I can't control it. I gotta spread my seed, or I gotta have sex with a higher alpha male as a woman. No, you're still a human being. You still should learn how to control those impulses. We all have impulses. We don't just release them.
Right.
Because, we will all get into a lot of trouble. You learn to control. You learn to have discipline. I know some people don't have that discipline. And that's something you have to work towards. You got to try to fix it. I mean, what else can you do? Now, it's an interesting study. It gives you another angle, another look of what's happening
right.
with these people. And how, when someone says, that, hey, I cheated on you, but you know that other person didn't have my heart. The other person didn't have what you have over me. It was just sex. No emotions, nothing serious.
So if a girl told you that, how would you feel if she was like, well, and you know about the study?
I'll just keep it going. Leave. Because you got to realize, if you were cheated on that person, the same person that talks like that, they'll be pissed off. And that'll always be my argument. You're pissed off yourself, and I was just cheat on you. So how are you going to tell me that it's going to be cool, that I should be cool about it? No.
All right.